Welcome back to the We Get to Do This podcast. I'm Kaylee.
And I'm Jacob. This is the show for anyone chasing something hard, where we turn I have to into we get to.
With real, relatable, and resourceful conversations on business, training, recovery, wellness, and mindset. Let's get into it. Hello, everyone, and welcome to, drumroll please, Season 2 of the We Get to Do This podcast. Woo!
We made it!
The crowd goes wild.
We made it to 100 episodes.
We did it, you guys. 100 episodes. We said our goal was to hit 100.
It's pretty exciting. And our new intro is fire. Shout out to Kaylee for putting that together. The writing it and making sure it's all good and smooth and
had to have
quick.
Something fresh for season 2.
Although we didn't, I don't think we called out season 2 in it, but that's okay. For the purposes of this, it's going to be perfect. Plus, we don't know how long season 2 is going to last. Maybe it'll be 100 episodes, or maybe it'll be 10. Who knows?
The fun part about having our own podcast and our own business is that we get to do whatever we want.
Yeah, exactly. So before we jump into anything too, we have a few fun things we're gonna talk about today for everyone. And before we do that, though, we are gonna introduce ourselves for like the 50th time because we need to do that. Keely, who are you?
Well, if this is your first time listening to our show, thank you for being here. As Jacob said, my name is Kaylee.
Kaylee what?
Kaylee Oak. I am a wife now, and
Never gets old.
I am an entrepreneur. I have my own business called Dr. Kaylee Acupuncture that is based in the St. Louis Park, Minnesota area, where I work with endurance athletes. And I get to help people feel better, move better, recover better, and feel safe in their bodies. And I get to just help people every day. And that is something that I'm very grateful for, and why I love the theme of our podcast, in that we get to talk about things that we get to do every day. I'm a endurance athlete myself. I've completed 5, 6, 7, 5+ ultra marathon distances. I've done numerous marathons, everything from 1 mile up to 200 miles. And I am a daughter, I'm a sister, and I'm just really excited to be here. I'm very passionate about community, health, wellness, and that's a little bit about me. Oh, and acupuncture is actually my second career. I originally went into nursing and worked in the hospitals for a while and decided that I wanted to focus more on preventative health and whole person health. And now I've made a career out of it by working in a running gym.
Wow. That was off the cuff? Holy shit. I'd hire you. That was crazy.
I'm actually unhireable.
That was like a perfect minute too, I think. Holy smokes. If I met you in an elevator and I heard that, I would definitely hire you and ask you.
You have to say that. You're my husband.
For sure. For sure.
That's why we're married.
Wow. Okay. I'm happy you went first, because that's not what I would not have said like half of those things. And I'm
Thanks for the hype. I got to do that.
Man, I'm nervous now. Holy smokes. My mouth is going to get dry for this. I got to do that.
Ready? You're up.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm a husband. Thanks for saying that. No, this is good for me. I'm a husband. I'm a brother. I'm a son. I am a cousin.
I'm also a niece.
I've owned dogs before. I've been a fish owner. And
Same.
I'm funny. I think people think I'm funny. I'm also on my second career, so that's fun. And we've never said that before. I'm on my second career. I started in the business world. Got a minor in nutrition, but started in the business world and did everything, all my second stuff afterwards. I am a personal trainer, endurance coach. that has a gym in North Loop, Minneapolis here that I work in person with athletes through strength capacity, flexibility capacity, injury prevention capacity, all in the endurance realm. I also do gait analysis. Basically, we make sure that endurance athletes stay away from injury as much as possible, get stronger, feel good in their bodies, and are a part of a healthy community. The big thing that Keely and I both do a lot of is create safe, healthy, fun environments where people can grow and challenge themselves. This podcast has been a fun extension of that. Furthermore, I am also an endurance coach online. So I've got a fun full roster of athletes that some are triathletes, some are ultra runners, some are running their first 10K this summer, things like that, all online. That's all through Training Peaks. And then I get to do a mixture of it, the both of them too. So I have clients that see me in person and online, which is very fun. So that's what I do as a professional. From an athlete perspective, similar to Kaylee, I dabble in the endurance realm myself, which I think is good because I give a lot of people advice on how to train. And I have yet to do anything above 50 miles, which is fun to say right now because I think that by season 3, I know that that will have changed by then. So I have dabbled in the ultra world, but not as much as Kaylee. So she's kind of our ultra guru. But I have dabbled in the ultra world. I have 5 above marathon distance. And then I've ran like 11 road marathons, something like that. And then a ton of other distances down from that as well. And I like to tell people that, kind of going back to the professional side of things, but there are a lot of very, very good run coaches, tri coaches, endurance coaches out there that are specializing in helping athletes, which is good because the endurance community is growing. I am very good at the strength side. That's definitely one of my highlights. I grew up as a strength athlete and have morphed it into what I do now with endurance athletes. So most people come to me seeking strength in some capacity, in addition to the running, biking, whatever they're doing. So you can kind of think about me as a strength guru as well as a community builder, like I said. Did I hit
That was
everything?
great.
I kind of rambled. I also like to ramble. So welcome to the show.
And turns out we also like to do things that aren't just running. We love trying out coffee shops,
Mm.
and coffee and breakfast and brunch are probably some of our biggest passions in life, along with we are big Catan players, and we like
We dabble.
we dabble in Catan. We played, probably a couple hundred games at this point. Not a big deal. We like camping. We love road trips. Other
We
board
love each other
games. We love each
most of the time.
other, family, friends.
No, all the time. We always love each other. We don't always like each other. That's the line, right?
I always like and love you.
Same.
And let's get into the show.
So before on the last episode that had amazing sound quality, I know, shout out Riverside because
Sorry
look,
about that one, people.
when sometimes companies, for better or worse, like to make these ginormous upgrades that they think are going to be a huge fun or update that they think are going to be a huge fun upgrade. And it just confuses their users. And Riverside, I'll be honest, you've been a pain lately. So I hope you figure it out. Okay. So before we dive into where we're going, like I said, we were going to in the last podcast, we are going to share some fun stats because it's fun to look at stats every once in a while. Numbers are fun. And when we hit season 3, we would like to look back and go, okay, we've hopefully grown because we do like to grow. Like it's fun to challenge ourselves. So here we go. Stats on the first 100 episodes that I just pulled 5 minutes ago. We had a total of 9,370 total plays across the show, which is pretty wild. Of that, we had 720 total hours of consumption time. So people gave 720 hours of their time to listening to Kaylee and I blab, which is pretty wild. That's a lot of time. How much? 720 hours? What is that divided by 24? Do the math on this. 720 divided by 24. 30 days. Wow. Imagine sitting in a room for 30 days and listening
One
to
whole
us
month.
talk. A whole month? You are real endurance athletes, that's for sure. We had 111 total comments. We are up to 82 followers and we have 30 ratings. So before I go any further, it's a pretty, I don't, that percentage is pretty wild that we've had 9,370 total plays and we only have 82 followers and 30 ratings. So drum roll. If you could please,
Leave us a rating, a 5-star review, and follow us. And it's also very fun when you comment on episodes. So shout out to those of you who comment. It's very fun to go and look at those. Gives me a little dopamine hit and it's fun because then it makes it a little more interactive. So then we know people are actually listening to these. And as much as I love talking back and forth with Jacob, it's fun to know that there's other people on the other side of the camera and microphone.
and it helps with us getting guests as well.
Yeah.
But this is my favorite stat. Of all of the podcasts, we reached a total of 5,648 different people. Now that could, like, if I played the show from 3 different platforms, that would count as 3 people, I believe. So keep that in mind. But that's pretty sick. 5,648 different
And you also said this
unique.
doesn't include YouTube?
And this does not include YouTube at all. As of right now, though, YouTube isn't really the goal for us. YouTube's just completely in the podcast world, like you, like you'd be like a YouTuber, right? It's like a different,
But there's
you know what I mean?
still been a lot of views
There
and
has, yeah,
listeners on YouTube.
for sure. I mean, like if you go on our YouTube, we've got a couple of videos above 80 views, and we have um
So just
like
something to point out.
10 at like 30-ish plus. So that's pretty, I mean, like it's the YouTube definitely gets some views for sure. Your Javelina episode specifically did really well. And then our
That
rant
one's
we
fun.
did randomly, we had a episode 87, your questions answered. Remember that when I put that on YouTube and I was like, babe, this YouTube video has been up for like 4 hours and it has like 50 views.
Some
So
kind of
I don't,
SEO keyword was in there.
that
Popped
one
off.
did well. Your questions answered. So those are the stats. Let's see if we can raise those in the next
Mhm.
season here. That'd be kind of fun. I Another fun stat, have gone through like 5 different hairstyles in the first 100 episodes. I had my hair buzzed at one point, had it short, long, pony.
Mine just keeps getting longer. All right, Jacob. This podcast is named We Get to Do This. What
What does we get to do
does
this mean to you, Kaylee?
you stole it? That's so rude. You're right. I do love you, but I don't like you in this moment. Just kidding. I still do.
Dang.
Like and love. What does we get to do this mean to me? I think of we get to do this as it's really about a gratitude thing for me, of being grateful for the ability to move my body, grateful for my community, grateful that I get to be with my friends. We've been doing hills every Wednesday, and we had 16 people out there this morning that just came to go and do hills with us. That is my we get to do this moment. And remembering that truly everything in life is temporary, but really grasping it and making sure that maybe not every day, but that most days we're remembering and having that mindset and perspective that this is something that we get to do. We don't have to go run marathons. We don't have to go to work every day. I mean, take that as you will. But it is something that we get to do. We get to make these choices. And if with work, if you hate your job and you wake up every day being like, wow, I have to go do this, I encourage you to step back and reflect on, or if you're going out for a run, you're like, oh, I have to do this. And this is something that you're every day, you're like, I have to do this. Taking a step back and maybe changing that job, or maybe find a different activity. Or if you're in a relationship that you're not happy with, life is real short. And I encourage you to maybe change your environment, change your setting. And that might be a privileged thing to say, but truly there's so many paths that we can take in life. There are so many forms of movement. There are so many people out there. And I just encourage you to think about things that you get to do every day. Or it might not even be a matter of changing your setting, but truly just changing your mindset. What does it mean to you?
Well, I think that we have to. I think it's important for me to, as always, shout out Mr. Chad Hare as the what's what am I trying to say?
The founder?
The founder of the founder, because he says he got it from Sally McRae, but I got it from Chad. So of when I'll just never forget when it was like 5:30 in the morning and he was doing a plank on the ground during a workout and just like a minute in of like 90 seconds. And he's like, damn it, we get to do this, y'all. And kind of like Keely just ended, I think we get to do this as a mindset, and it's a gratitude mindset. And I've been injured. I've been lonely. I've experienced loss. We've experienced loss and we've gone through hardships. There's a lot of people that don't get to do this, whatever that means to you. It doesn't have to be running. Like we have some weird hobbies. So I'm not, if you're listening to this and you're not even in the endurance realm, that's totally fine. It can be, like Kaylee said, your drive to the office and the fact that you get to just simply drive a car with air conditioning, unless you don't have air conditioning.
That's Jacob.
But we get to move our bodies. We get to suffer if we choose. That's, you know, in a lot of the races that we do. We get to, you and myself, I get to wake up every day and work a job where people come to me for help in a realm that I love, which is unreal. And again, I think back to 10 years, 5 years ago, and that was not the case, and how just lonely I was and doing the things I was doing. And so there's a lot behind it. And I think it morphs, from time to time too. But my biggest thing is the mindset side. And when things feel difficult, remembering that I chose to do this. There really isn't anything that I do anymore that I didn't like choose to do or put into place. There are things I don't like want to do as much as other things for sure, but like I chose the route and put things into place for the most part, right? And planned it out and put it on my schedule and whatnot. So I think that just remembering that is a good mindset.
So we made an entire brand out of it. And now we get to yell, we get to do this at people and bring it to races, to our community, and hopefully serve as a reminder to you all that we get to be doing this life and we get to be having this very human experience that sometimes is very challenging, but also has so much joy to it. So, again, thank you for being here. You get to be here.
You get to listen to this podcast, damn it. Turn it up. That's funny. So, season 2, where are we going? Hey, if you haven't looked at our podcast online yet, you should do that. You can go find it at www.wegettotodotthis.com with the number 2 not spelled out, or you can go www.oakendurance/podcast. Either one will work. It is the perfect podcast built on community for community. Built on community for community. It's practical. It's feel good. It's for everyone. It's not just running. If you are someone who wants to keep showing up, whether it's fitness, health, business, relationships, life, with gratitude and do exactly what we were just talking about, this is the show for you. We keep it real. We keep it very relatable. I went on a huge tangent on the last episode on that, but look, again, Kaylee and I are pretty stinking relatable, and I will die on that hill. And it has turned into a superpower of mine. I used to be very insecure about it, that I wasn't faster, that I wasn't born a certain way, etc. I am the norm, whatever I guess that looks like. So follow along with us because we are relatable. I like to think, at least. And if you're like you don't seem relatable anymore, come talk to us. No, so I'm serious because we have had that comment before where people are like, "You're not relatable," and
Or have commented on our bodies and where they're at right now.
that too, that has happened. So, and being like, you
How
know,
can you talk
how
about
can you talk
this
about this
when
when
you
you
look
look like
like
that? Which is wild to hear that now. But go look at us in the past, please. Go do
10
some
years ago?
research before you make assumptions. All right. I have ran a 5.5 hour marathon that was so hard, arguably harder than 310, honestly. Both of us have struggled to run a mile straight. So again, please, I couldn't do a pull up until I was like, I'll say 19, 20. You know how many
I
failed
couldn't
pull
do
up
one
tests
until
I
last
did?
year.
You know how many failed pull up tests I did and those stupid sit up tests that we had to do?
I always did the flex arm hang.
Yeah, really?
I couldn't do a pull-up, are you kidding me?
We didn't even have that option. You just
I
flex.
think maybe it was just for girls
Mm.
that could do it, maybe.
That's also not to say you should be able to do a pull up if you're listening to this either. I'm just
The point is that we have worked very hard, and as I've said in the past, we are both very stubborn and we don't give up, which is how we've gotten to where we are today. Just like with this podcast, even in the times when it's been very hard and it's been a Sunday night and we haven't wanted to record, we have continued to show up. And that's what we continue to do in life is we continue to show up even when it's not easy and when it's hard and maybe when we don't want to, but we don't stop. And that's part of the we get to do this mindset as well, is continuing to show up even when it's hard and even when you're tired.
I agree. And lastly, big reason to listen to us. Look, I'm gonna do something that I'm gonna try not to do what a lot of other people in this industry do on podcasts and stuff that really irks me. So I'm gonna try very hard not to do it here. Uh, we don't just go off of experience. We definitely go off education as well. Okay, Keely has a doctorate degree. I went to college.
It's called a bachelor's degree. You have your bachelor's. Don't sell yourself short. Lots
but
of certs.
But for real, we have so many certifications. Go check out our websites. So it's not just like I did this workout, you're going to do this workout. We've learned a lot. I spend an hour and I have spent an hour weekly with different personal trainers for the past like 4 or 5 years as well, learning from other personal trainers. I have worked with numerous run coaches. I have gotten certifications. Go check out our websites if you want to see it all.
And the fun part is that we try to at least never claim that we are complete experts on everything and know everything, which is why we bring in guests that are experts on
That too.
said topics, such as, neither of us are dietitians, so we bring in dietitians. Neither of us are chiropractors, we bring in chiropractors, PTs, and we try to include our communities and beyond to get expert advice for you all instead of claiming to know everything. Because as many books as we read, research articles, people we talk to, um, I do think it's good to go to the source. And that's why we try to have coffee chats in front of you all so that we all get to benefit. So instead of just Jacob and I learning, we all get to learn together. And as I've said before, take everything that we say and our guests with a grain of salt. What works for us may not work for you. So I love getting in basically all of the information that I can about everything. And then I form my own opinions and what works best for me, whether that's a training schedule or food or sleep. We all have very different lives. And I was just listening to a podcast yesterday that said, We all have 24 hours in a day, yes, but that does not mean that all of our 24 hours are the exact same. Some of us have children, some of us are working 5 jobs to get by. Some of us, you might be living out of your car, or some people have a house with a big yard. Like, we are all in very different situations. So, but that's not to say, again, listen to our opinions and everyone else and their education and background and do what works best for you. Little side note tangent.
No, that was great.
Season 2.
We're going to keep growing into this name. We're going to keep growing into this brand.
We're excited for more community events. We would love to drop more. We get to do this merch. We've gotten some cool, we have put out socks now. We have shirts and mugs, and we'd love to keep that going because it's fun, again, at races and community events to see people pull up with the "We Get to Do This" branding, and hopefully that messaging continues to spread not just to our community, but beyond that community. Because I feel like as the broader community and world changes perspective and that mindset to the "We get to do this," I think that just raises everyone up and makes the world a better place. So it's about that ripple effect, right? And once your perspective is changed, that changes your family, your friends, which then just keeps snowballing into the greater world. So we are out here to help make the world just a little better place. And that's why we are in the jobs that we are. And we're just very grateful for you all for being here and trusting us and giving us a chance.
Yeah, you're all the best for real. Well, we wouldn't have jobs without you. So we get
Yeah.
to do this because of you. So thank you.
Thanks for being here. And again, feel free to always reach out to us by email, commenting on the episodes, reaching out on, we do have an Instagram platform and website. So we are always here. And as Jacob said, we try to be relatable. So part of that means we want your questions and your comments. We gladly welcome them. So,
And you can find all of that in the show notes.
mhm.
Welcome to season 2. We hope you like it. And if you do, please consider.
Following us, leaving a 5-star review. People are gonna be like, enough
But
already.
for real, right now, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to do it. It literally takes that much. Go. Thank you.
And
Thank you
it's a
for
wrap.
doing that. Thank you for doing that. And if you didn't just do it, you can do it right now. 5 seconds.
Okay, we're done. Thank you for being here. We get to do this. We will see you for episode 2 of We Get to Do This,
Season 2,
season
episode
2,
101
next week.
as well. Enjoy the new outro as well. Peace.
Adios.
That's a wrap. If you are new here, welcome. We're so glad you get to do this with us. Before you go, what's your We Get to Do This moment for the week? We'd love to hear it. Comment on this episode or email us at wegettodothis@gmail.com.
And if this episode hit for you, share it with a friend and leave us a review on whatever platform you listened on. It genuinely helps. We
We get
get
to
to
do
do
this.
this.